Well, now to the crisis in Venezuela. The country suffering from that socialist government, which is still in power as of today. Back here at home, Democrats are floating a multi-trillion-dollar Medicare for all bill, and they also want to pass that bill straight to you. Socialism trying to take a firm grip in the U.S., striking at the very heart of capitalism. It's a story we've been following for a while. Let's bring in former Colorado State Senator Ted Harvey and Democratic strategist and former Department of Homeland Security consultant Mustafa Tamiz. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Thank you for having us on.
Mustafa, we know that socialism has had a kind of a rise in the Democratic Party with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders. Those two, Mustafa, have been very silent on the crisis in Venezuela. Why no response?
Well, that's just absurd. Look, I mean, somehow the Republican strategists and politicians have figured out and poll tested the word socialism. And every time you say socialism, maybe somehow, you know, it taints Democrats. Democrats, Republicans, independent, all Americans are concerned with what's happening in Venezuela. And just wanting health care, equal access, affordable, without pre-existing condition doesn't make you a socialist. That's just absolutely absurd.
Well, but it's a socialist idea, and both of them have, we should say, publicly embraced different socialist ideas. But at the same time, Ted, it's the cost to the taxpayer that's worrisome for some when you talk about Medicare for all in this country, simply because things like these programs where you try to take care of everybody, the government can't take care of everybody. That's why we have a capitalist country and a democracy here.
That's exactly right. And your guest just says we're for affordable health care. Everybody is for affordable health care. But the socialist program that they are bringing forward is government paid for and provided for health care, which is socialism. They want to have free government
like
tuition
for
students to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is a failed system. It is.
You think Medicare is? You think Medicare is socialist? Do you think people that have Medicare are sometimes taking advantage of the government?
Let Ted respond, Mustafa.
Yes, I think free Medicaid for everybody is a socialist healthcare system that has failed all across the world wherever it is tried.
Okay.
You don't have to look very far. Look what's happening in Venezuela right now. Venezuela is crashing because of their socialist policies, and we really want to bring that here to the United States. I don't think the American people want that, but you can run on that. I encourage you to do so.
Let's talk about something that's happening within the Democratic Party. I think we can all agree, and this Mustafa, the story between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, and that could create a divide for the Democrats and kind of split the party, even though the polls right now show that Biden is a strong lead. We're a long way out, Mustafa. What do you make of the current ticket?
Well, it's basically the Democratic primary. Prior to every general election, you have a primary, you have a number of people run. This time we've had a record number of people run because President Trump is so unpopular. In states like Texas, where I'm from, it should be a strong Republican stronghold, and President Trump is trailing behind Joe Biden and other Democrats. So at the end of the day, Democrats will have a competitive primary,
Bernie Sanders Biden.
And they're going to beat President Trump.
But Mustafa, this is the Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden story, really.
Well, I mean, it's a Democratic primary, just like you had 17 people running the Republican side fight back and forth to win the Republican primary. You're going to have Democrats that are going to have a competitive primary. This is a democracy after all. I'm not sure if President Trump believes that, but we're a democracy and we compete on ideas. And just because people want affordable health care doesn't make them into a socialist.
Right. Well, I do want to move on to something else, though, with you, Ted, and that is the issue. And he mentioned President Trump, obviously, whoever the Democratic nominee is going to be going up against the President of the United States. And right now the economy is good. Joe Biden's saying that the middle class is going to be his North Star. But, Ted, the middle class is doing pretty well right now. We've got record low unemployment in this country and a stock market that's booming.
That's exactly right. Is Biden going to run around saying, ask yourself, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? The answer is yes. GDP, as you saw, was over 3%. Unemployment is at the lowest place that it's been in over 50 years. The stock market is breaking records left and right. Wages are up. Manufacturing is at a 20-year high. These are the principles that people are going to be voting on. It is the economy, stupid, and Biden has nothing to run on.
Well, actually, I have to disagree with you, Ted, on that. And Mustafa, I'm going to give you last word on this because you mentioned health care. You mentioned, obviously, the issue of student debt. Those are real issues. What if the Democrats, Mustafa, switched to those issues and kind of backed off of the economy? Wouldn't that be a better strategy?
Well, look, the Democrats are going to talk about all the things that face the American people and try to solve the problems where President Trump hasn't. He talks about a great economy, but he inherited 71 months of job growth from President Obama, and he built on that. I give him it.
No.
But GM is closing down
I'm
plant in
not
Ohio.
going to rewrite history.
You know,
I'm
wages
not
haven't
gonna
increased
rewrite
all that
history.
much.
That's not the case.
Yeah, guys, well, that wasn't really my question.
Well,
but
that
anyway,
is the case. You have to use facts, not alternative facts, my friend.
No, we're using
can't
facts
rewrite
this morning.
history.
Ted, Mustafa, again, we'll have you both back. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate it.
God bless. Have a great day.
Thank you.